I absolutely despise the saying, stop caring what others think, as that is not possible. I mean, it is, but you wouldn't be normal. And that is a literal mental dysfunction. We all care what people think. And anybody who tells you they don't, they're full of shit, okay? I feel like the whole quote should be changed to stop letting what others think get to you. But we'll come back to that part in a second. We need to talk, guys, as this lesson will either make or break your journey. So listen up. I just got back from a gender reveal party. One of my allies and her boyfriend are having a baby. Yay! Congratulations to them. I was happy to be invited, and I had fun. I took pictures with them and bullshitted with some people I know. I didn't drink or anything like that because it is just not my thing. I was driving and I didn't need to drink in order to have a good time. I saw a lot of cool people at the party, but on the flip side, I also met two big headed drunk fellas. We'll just call them Carlito and Yoshi. I'm not gonna disparage them because they didn't do it to me, but they did ask me questions about shifting, and I was more than happy to answer them. I basically explained how it is transferring your consciousness from one reality to another, and talked about how sometimes we use methods by visualization, meditation, deep breathing, lucid dreaming, and astral projection. But of course, I was courteous and spared them the deep details, and said there's many different ways. I told them that this stuff requires a strong belief system, and that if they're skeptics, I totally understand. Well, I did my part in being cool, because one, I'm an adult, not 15. Two, fighting doesn't fix shit. And three, I wasn't gonna ruin my ally's special night. I got bigger fish to fry, but Carlito was standing there, drinking his beer, all drunk, talking about how I should leave the shifting stuff behind, saying how I only have one life and not to waste it while I'm still in my prime, and to basically make the most out of it. I responded saying I definitely can do both without one coming at the cost of the other. And despite how much I badmouth this world, I'm still thankful that it got me where I am today. I talked about how I'm my own person, and with all due respect, he doesn't know me enough, and we're not tight like that, for him to be lecturing me about this stuff. He was quote unquote compassionate by saying he's not trying to change me, and he knows I wouldn't change for anyone, and neither would he. If you're wondering where Yoshi is in this story, he basically just said the same things Carlito said. On the surface, these guys meant well, you would think, but I could hear Carlito keep whispering in Yoshi's ear that he's trying to talk me out of it, out of shifting. Guess how I reacted though? I just carried on like a normal person and finished the conversation. And while I didn't appreciate the distorted criticism he gave me at times, I kept my cool. In reality, I am living every single day, here like it is my last. I cherish every single moment I get with my comfort characters, even if the variants here aren't the exact them. I appreciate the things that you and I take for granted, like having a roof over our head, food to eat, light to use, and the internet to use. I have other interests in my life that are not shifting, like, for example, toy collecting, movies, games, the gym, etc. While shifting is number one, as it is sacred to me, that is not the only thing I'm focused on. It is no different than worshipping a religion you practice, but we get looked at as weird because it is different. If my channel was all about socially accepted norms like Christianity, I bet you the conversation wouldn't have happened. Yeah, I bet you if it was about Christianity and all that religious stuff, he'd be saying about how it's good shit. But because it's me, of course, he'll have criticism. I even asked Carlito if he was religious, and he said yes. And I told him the exact same thing. I just told you guys. Then he just kept repeating the same points over and over again that I'm going to spare you guys the details on, because it's no different than what I told you guys earlier. They were basically trying to talk me into drinking and playing Good Samaritan, saying they'll take me home and I can just pick up my car in the morning, and how alcohol is going to get my mind off shifting. They can try and pretend they were not trying to peer pressure me, but at the same time, constantly asking me after I rejected the offer is contradicting their words. The same way as they said they were not going to try and change me, but then whisper on how they were trying to talk me out of shifting. Drinking is a personal choice, not an obligation, and I didn't give in. And they didn't care if I had work the next morning. If you're someone who would let two strangers you don't even know talk you into drinking, unsure if these people are even reliable in looking out for your best interests, you're an idiot. I have my issues with my parents, but let's just say hypothetically, if I did give in and get into a series of unfortunate events, I wouldn't blame them if they ripped my ass, because a responsible person would never do that. Enough with the situation, let's talk about how I handled it. I moved on and reminded myself, this won't be the first or last time. And you guys should never entertain the idea of trying to change people's point of view, because you got bigger things to worry about. Whether you like it or not, criticism is just something you have to deal with in this space. But people's words are not your reality. Let me tell you right now, if you've experienced this, it won't be the last time it happens. At the end of the day, I've been seeing how this stuff has improved my life, made me wiser, maybe more driven, and inspired me to work even harder in my own life that I'm experiencing right now in first person. These two drunk guys are not going to even remember the conversation anyways, once they are sober. Or it's not like I'm ever going to see them again. Or even if I do, they don't pay my bills. They aren't living in my life. And I'm the one in control. I'm the god of my own life. Way better to just carry on and not cause a scene than make a situation unnecessarily worse. Did it ruin my night? Hell no. I had a lot of fun, and this was a memory I wouldn't trade for anything. 4. I just ran into two guys trying to fix something that wasn't broken. See, guys, you need confidence like mine in order to keep going. Look at how I'm not overthinking, panicking, or crashing out. In order for me to crash out, I'd have to take the person serious. Because as much as I fucking hate my former teacher's Bible study group, which this is an exceptional case, where I'll say their name correctly, the crew. Because ever since I brought them to your guys' existence, I've been calling them the CRU and saying their name incorrectly for the past 8 months. But oh yeah, and the reason why I do that, of course, it's just because I don't like to say the names of my enemies correctly. I just don't feel like they deserve it. But I am objective enough to admit that I do take them serious, and I take my teacher seriously too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The whole thing that happened with her, man, it hurt. My dignity was on the line, so that was something worth fighting for. And to this day, I'm prideful of it. But this, nah. I really want you guys to take a different approach when it comes to people that object to your beliefs and your lifestyle choices, and to really just use your brain. Are these people providing for you? Are these people that will be in your life within the next 5 years? Do you even know these people well on a personal level? If the answer is no, then forget it. It's yesterday's news. Okay, happy shifting. Overall, I had a pretty good time at the party. The kids were fun, most of the people were cool, good music, good food, and And oh yeah, about that, I actually had tamales, and because I never had tamales before, I didn't know you actually had to peel the skin off. So I ate the tamales with the skin, bro. And I'm not even sure the skin was edible, dude. But someone stepped in and helped me eat it the right way. And the entire vibe of the environment just felt so alive. Although I don't know if my ally or her boyfriend will ever see this, but if they ever do for some reason, you guys let me make a memory that I'll not only remember for this lifetime, but the ones after this too. Thank you so much for that. And if you guys want to see pictures of the party, if you guys have me added on Snapchat or Instagram, I'll be happy to oblige and send you them. And oh yeah, the baby's a girl, by the way. Yay!